You can hear me.
So, are you seeing the slides, Cindy?
I am.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I see the slides and you, and life is great. And did y'all put carrots out for the Easter Bunny?
Carrots out for the Easter Bunny. Man, we were so fortunate. The kids' grandparents offered to keep them last night. We went over there for dinner. And they were like, why don't they just stay here? I'm like, why don't they just stay here? That's okay.
Wow.
So, we slept in today. We didn't even think about the Easter Bunny.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
Amazing.
It is amazing. And it flies, you know. How's Jacob?
It does. Yeah.
Is Jacob doing okay?
Uh, he's coming over today for dinner.
Do what?
He's coming over for dinner today with his girlfriend.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. And so is Ethan. We're gonna have all of my children here at one time.
Oh man.
It's been a while, so very much
Oh,
that.
I hope it's wonderful.
It will be.
I'm sure it
Make
will.
some sushi rolls.
Oh, fun.
Something I used to do for Jacob a lot when he was a kid. Sushi.
Fabulous.
Hey Rex and Lisa, welcome.
Right.
We're live streaming, so
Yeah.
do you want to, would you want to just check YouTube on my end? It's not, I don't see it happening on YouTube. So yes, those of you who may be popping in on YouTube, this is my first time leading in this format. It's only my second or third time leading the slides, so it's important. It's good though because I'm not worried about messing up perfectly. Making mistakes.
You need to
So
speak up, Eric.
if they happen, we're just gonna roll. See people in. Still coming in from the West Coast.
Christine and Poe?
Christine and Poe.
Stephen?
Hey, Poe.
Wow. Evangeline?
Good morning.
Lisa, I think we already said hi. Happy Easter. Leon, Jeremy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is my mic still low, Cindy, or am I good?
Speak again.
Is it still low then? It sounds like my mic is still low.
Well, the music's, your voice is low. The music is louder, but maybe it's just me. Stephen, how's it sound to you? Or Jeremy?
Sounds the same to me. His voice is very low.
Yeah, a little on the low side.
It sounds complete opposite to me.
Okay.
The music is so loud.
I found I had to turn the music.
Sounds like your mic is not on.
All right.
Oh, hello, hello.
That's better.
All right.
Now I can hear you.
Good deal.
Mary?
Said I was comfortable making mistakes, so we'll just prove it.
Yeah. I live in that liminal space.
Be the cringe you want to see in the world. That's my motto.
I like that. I'm gonna have to take that one.
Please borrow it. You don't even have to give me credit.
Oh, it'd be so fun.
Every time you say it, just tell people that you heard it from me first. That's all I ask.
Okay, I will.
I have always thought it would be really cool to be like known for coining words and phrases.
Yeah, and some of the ones I've been known to coin are not best, but
They're more like sailor phrases. Sound like something a sailor would say.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, I have.
So good to see you, Christine and Poe. It's been a while.
I know.
Good morning. Yeah. Hey, Poe once coined the phrase that Tacoma and our here, Sedona up the north.
Sedona of the North.
Oh.
It was quoted by a shaman and didn't get credit. So I agree.
Do y'all have a bunch of portals and vortexes there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Bunch of people doing crazy things.
Well, then you fit right in, I'm sure.
It's great to be here with you all.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you.
Phil and Tripp and Brian and Menna.
Comes Miss Autumn.
Happy Easter.
All right, we got 1 minute here before we're gonna get rolling. And Cindy, I'm gonna let you, and Courtney's here as well, to let people in. So I will ignore that function for a moment.
Okay, and I guess I will be able to do that. Hey, Paul.
Where did the music screen go?
Hey, Cindy. How are you?
Hey, Cindy.
Hey.
Looks like the music.
How are you, Renee?
And Cindy, tell me, you're still seeing the slides correctly?
I still see the slides, yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, we're at 10 o'clock, everybody. And I am happy to be here with you. All right, disclaimer, as I said, this is my first time leading the slides in this manner. So if I mess up, we can all make fun of me together. That's totally fine. All right. So, welcome. Thank you for joining Sunday service with Sanctuary Community and Celebration. Our Sunday services are a devoted space for authentic connection, spiritual growth, and co-created exploration. My name is Eric, and I'll be guiding today's service. We are especially glad to have those who are joining us for the first time, whether you're here live or with us on Zoom or joining through the YouTube stream. Your presence adds to the joy of this gathering as our community grows. If you're watching on YouTube, we invite you to join in the conversation in the live chat and tell us where you're watching from today. We've got people from all around the country right now on the screen with us, and everybody that joins in from a new location. It's awesome to see how our little nodes mycelium connect. For those of you joining us on Zoom, please feel free to turn on your video. It helps to create that sense of community, seeing each other and sharing this time together. Sanctuary is on the wrong page. I'm on the wrong side. See, I've already messed up. Sanctuary is a faith-based organization. And our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from both the prehistoric use by our ancestors and the personal experiences of our modern members. Sacred mushrooms are among the greatest sacrament nature offers, raising our awareness so that we may access a direct connection to the source of life, the ineffable mystery. It is our belief that the consumption of sacred mushrooms is a form of communion that brings us closer to what many know as God, Source, the All, and many, many other names. We understand this divine source as pure consciousness and the essence that permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the source of creation and the origin of health and wellness. Our vision and mission at Sanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our divinity with sacred mushrooms and each other. We bring people together for connection to divine revelation through communion with sacred mushrooms. What you can expect today. So every Sunday we begin with news and updates from our Sanctuary community, followed by a short guided meditation and a moment of gratitude for our sacrament and those who commune and cultivate it, commune with it. We will then read from 2 sacred texts, take time for personal reflection, and move into a facilitated community discussion. For those joining us on Zoom, that discussion is a chance to share insights, ask questions, and explore the reading together in a thoughtful and growth-oriented space. If you're watching on YouTube and would like to participate in that conversation, you're warmly invited to join us inside the Zoom. You can find that link at psanctuary.org on the Sunday service page. Please take a moment now to find a comfortable space where you can settle in and be present as we begin our service. All right, news and updates. Just as the mycelium network carries messages and nourishment through unseen pathways beneath the forest floor, our announcements remind us of the ways that we stay connected through gatherings, shared offerings, and the care we extend to one another. Before we move into meditation, we'd love to share a few of these threads that are weaving our community closer together. Number 1, we have a Foundations member workshop coming up this Thursday, April 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific. In this session, we'll be exploring the dynamics of mushroom ceremony at home versus in a group setting, 2 very different scenarios, and how understanding these differences can help you feel more prepared, empowered, and grounded in your approach. If you're feeling called to deepen your relationship with the sacrament or grow from past experiences with confidence and intention, you can find the link to join our Foundations membership in the Zoom chat or at psanctuary.org. We are also excited to share that our new My Mushroom Map workshop series begins April 15th through April 21st. This is a guided journey from curiosity to clarity, designed to help you build a safe, intentional, and spiritually aligned relationship with the mushroom. The series includes 6 workshops spread across those dates, with sessions offered to both afternoon and evening times, making it accessible for different schedules. Together, we'll explore everything from rethinking mushrooms as a sacrament to understanding safety, integration, and even navigating the more mysterious aspects of the experience. This entire series will be offered as a sliding scale pay what you want experience, so anyone who feels called can participate. Stay tuned for full details coming very soon on our calendar in Mighty Networks. You can find all upcoming events in the public and member-only calendar by joining our Mighty Networks community through psanctuary.org. Now let's turn inward, guiding ourselves in breath and presence as we enter our meditation together. And I will invite Cindy to lead us in a short meditation.
Good morning. Happy Easter, everyone. I want to welcome you for being here, and I want to invite you to orient yourself so you're nice and comfortable and let your body settle. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And let's take a collective deep breath in and we'll sigh it out. Now allow your breath to become natural, nothing to achieve, nothing to fix, nothing to protect right now. Bring your attention gently to your heart. Not the physical organ alone, but the inner place where knowing and presence meet. Notice what you are holding on to today: a worry, an expectation, a fear of losing something, a hope that something will not change. Just simply notice. Attachment causes disturbance, so quietly ask yourself, what am I holding that is asking to be released? Now sense beneath that holding, beneath fear, beneath uncertainty, beneath the need for approval or safety, there is something already alive in you. The child of your true humanity, already present, already whole. Let yourself rest there, not becoming something new, remembering something original. Consider, growth rarely feels like comfort. Transformation rarely feels like control. Miracles begin when we stop protecting what limits us. So gently ask yourself, where is life inviting me to choose courage instead of safety? Notice what arises. Do not analyze it, simply receive it. Now breathe into the body. This same body that can feel fear is also the body that can carry peace into the world. The same place where distress begins is the place where care begins. Reflect on this to yourself. What would change if I trusted what is already alive within me? And one more question to reflect on. What small step toward growth is waiting for my yes today? Rest again in your heart. Nothing forced, nothing performed, just presence. Transformation begins here. And let's go together and take one more deep breath in. And sigh it out. And humbly and gently return to this space. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy, for guiding us so beautifully. While we remain in this mindful, centered space, I would like to invite us all to take a few moments to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or commune with these sacred mushrooms. The energy and intention we send truly has an impact on this sacrament and those who cultivate. And without these gifts of our Creator and the community, the communion of our members, this community would not exist. The awareness brought forth by our sacrament is not limited to the moments when we consume the mushroom, but it extends into every aspect of our lives, spreading like mycelium throughout our world. Through intention and attention, we call forth the power of the mushroom and the community we have formed around it. Let us use our ever expanding awareness to bring greater peace through connection to our world. And we radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator, our community, and those who nurture and grow our sacrament. In cultivating and consuming this sacrament, we become aware of the oneness of life, the knowing that we live in all things and that all things live in us. May we carry this understanding into our relationships and allow it to guide us in our journey as members of the human family. Thank you. For more than 2,500 years, the Tao Te Ching has offered guidance and insight to the paradox of existence. Because this paradox is so often encountered when communing with our sacrament, we turn to this short book as our primary sacred text. We invite all who feel called to study it further as you explore the mysteries of life. Let's take them. All right, chapter 13. Favor and disgrace would seem equally to be feared. Honor and great calamity to be regarded as personal conditions of the same kind. What is meant by speaking thus of favor and disgrace? Disgrace is being in a low position after the enjoyment of favor. The getting that favor leads to the apprehension of losing it. And the losing it leads to the fear of still greater calamity. This is what is meant by saying that favor and disgrace would seem equally to be feared. And what is meant by saying that honor and great calamity are to be similarly regarded as personal conditions. What makes me liable to great calamity is my having the body which I call myself. If I had not the body, what great calamity could come to me? Therefore, he who would administer the kingdom, honoring it as he honors his own person, may be employed to govern it. and he who would administer it with the love which he bears to his own person may be entrusted with it. Let's take a quiet moment to let these words settle in. The wisdom of the Tao reminds us that truth lives in the spaces between words. Each Sunday, we read from a different poem or passage selected by our Sunday discussion lead and posted in our Mighty Networks member community. Our rotating text today was selected by Cindy, and the book is, I can't see it from our toolbar here, The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, translated by David Curtis. After it's read aloud, we'll take 5 minutes for reflection before moving into our open discussion where we'll explore both the readings together. If you're joining us on YouTube, feel free to share in the live chat what words or ideas from the reading resonate with you. All right, Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Attachment to matter gives rise to incomparable suffering because it goes against your true nature. Then the whole body becomes disturbed. This is why I taught you to find contentment at the level of the heart. When you feel disturbed and out of balance, reclaim wholeness in the presence of all the different forms of your true nature. Those who have ears, let them hear. When the Blessed One has said these things, he embraced them all and took his leave, saying, Peace be with you. Cultivate my peace within yourselves. Be vigilant and don't let anyone lead you astray by saying, Here it is, or there it is. For the Son of Man, the child of your true humanity, already lives within each one of you. This is what you should follow. I tell you, those who seek this within will surely find it. Go then and proclaim the gospel of the kingdom. Do not lay down any rules other than what I have given you. Do not establish more laws like the lawmaker, or else you too will become constrained by them. Once he had said these things, he departed from them. The disciples grieved bitterly, shedding many tears and saying, How are we supposed to go out and preaching to the rest of the world, proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom of the Son of Man? If they did not spare him, then what will become of us? Then Mary rose up. She embraced them all, kissing them tenderly, and began to speak to her brothers and sisters. There is no need to remain stuck in sorrow, grief, and doubt, for his grace will be with you all. It will guide you, comfort you, shelter, and protect you. Rather, let us be thankful and praise his greatness, for he has brought us together and prepared us for this. Through him, we too can become fully human. Saying these things, Mary turned their hearts inward toward the good, and they began to wrestle with the meaning of the Savior's words and to discuss his sayings. Then Peter said to Mary, Sister, we know that you are greatly loved by the Savior more than any other woman. Tell us those words of his that you remember, and the things which you know and we don't, the teachings we never heard. Mary answered, saying, What is hidden from you I shall reveal to you. Whatever is unknown to you and I remember, I will tell you. And she began saying these words to them. She said, Once I saw the Lord in a vision, and I said to him, Lord, now I see you in this vision. He answered me and said, Blessed are you, Mary, for you do not waver at the sight of me. How wonderful you are, for this is where the treasure lies. In that place where heaven and earth meet, where deep understanding arises in the heart and mind, the new. I asked him this, Now tell me, Lord, how does a person see such a vision? Is it through the agency of their soul or through the Spirit? The Savior answered, It is neither through the soul nor through the spirit, but through the understanding which arises between the two. That is how the vision is seen. Please take out your journals and pens for a 5-minute reflection. Journal prompts are: where do I look for spiritual authority outside myself or within the living presence? Where do I look for spiritual authority outside of myself or within the living presence already in me? How does the Tao reading relate to this assertion? Also, what attachment structures or certainties are keeping me from the peace of heart? And finally, one last option is: what does it mean for me to become fully human? If you're watching this on YouTube, you're welcome to take this moment for reflection as well. You might even share a word or insight in the chat. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes now. You can journal. Got about 1 minute left. Right. If you would please begin wrapping up your thoughts. Let's see. All right. As we come out of this time of reflection, I'm going to ask or invite Cindy to share a brief reflection with us, integrating today's readings and offering a perspective to carry with us into discussion. I will, uh, let me see, pause the screen share. And that should be you, Cindy.
Okay. Well, good morning and happy Easter. Um, and every time I hear or read this passage, it sort of provokes something new in me, or a different way to look at it. And so, I wanted to start with maybe why I chose it, which I think is kind of obvious, but it was lovely to see the sacred feminine. And while I don't want this to be a divisive conversation at all, I think it's really interesting to see the point of view from Mary, and how different really her words are from the ones I'm more familiar with. And how it simplifies and really brings back, I guess, what the real message from God was, which was love instead of all of the other extra superfluous things and doctrines. And of course, well, of course, you don't know that, but I was raised Catholic and had to and endured my share of doctrine. And interestingly enough, it was the doctrine that ticked me off, but it was, the message which really drew me. And, that message of love and that message of connection to one another and that message of I'm only as happy as my least happy person around me. And oddly enough, you know, it almost took me to joining a convent, which I didn't do, and which is probably a very good thing. But that real commitment to growth over comfort, I found really enticing and really exciting. And I also really, with Mary's words, it's like, oh, and I think Mary, you said this, I think you did, that we're just stardust wrapped in skin. And if you didn't, it was a good thing to attribute to you anyway. But we are all a part of God, the creator, the source, the power, the universe. And that power, that source is all of us. And I care to think about it as all powerful, all knowing, all wise and wonderful. It's nice to not know everything. And so in order to experience things, we are here. And so we're not just a body, and we're not just a soul or a spirit. I think our souls are the spirit embodied. But it's through that knowing that everything happens for us, not to us. And it may blow chunks, this experience that you're going through, but it's ultimately there's a gift there. And anybody that's ever failed, might be one or two of us, you know that once you kind of fix stuff, and it's usually better than it was before. Your outcome is always, I taught art, so it's like, okay, the art doesn't happen until you make a mistake. And that's when you get to actually create something, because if it looked just like you intended it to look, it's going to be lame. And that was a real important thing for me to try to get through, that we need change, we need evolution, we need to make mistakes, and we need to honor those as treasures, because we don't learn so much from all those pleasant experiences, although they are really nice. I like those a lot. But where we really experience is going in and realizing that we don't need to complicate it, and information that we gather can help support our growth rather than encourage our anxiety. That's my new thing. I want to grow. Things are uncomfortable. I'm okay with that, as long as it leads me to connection and that sacred union. So it's a matter of just trusting each other, that we all have this component within ourselves, and being a witness to see that in one another. And um, really, that's kind of all I've got to say about that. I think that's more than enough. But it's a balance, and it may be comfortable and it may not be comfortable, and of course there may be triggers. And we were going to I was going to do like a half an hour, or until 11 o'clock, with the big group, and then break into smaller groups so we can discuss that after our big groups, if that's cool with you, Eric or Courtney. And
Yeah, just give me a second. We'll finish out this script here and
yeah,
we'll
we'll do
move
the big
into
group
the
first.
discussion.
Yeah.
We'll do the big group. 1 second here. Let me just
Wait, and
see
if you
there.
would just,
Are
if
y'all
you're
seeing the
new,
screen again? Hopefully there.
yeah.
All
And if
right. Thank you, Cindy, for your reflection. As we move forward, we're going to invite everyone to consider, what is an insider question you're carrying with you from today's readings or the reflection? That's what we'll begin exploring together in our group discussion. So as we move forward, our community discussion, we want to extend an invitation for those on our live stream. Each week, members from across the country gather in our Zoom space for a rich and thoughtful exploration of the readings, sharing insights, questions, and reflections from their own journeys. These conversations are shaped by curiosity and a shared desire for growth. If you're watching on YouTube and would like to participate in this discussion, we would love to welcome you. You can join the conversation by visiting Psanctuary.org and navigating to the Sunday service page to receive the Zoom link. At Psanctuary, we're building something truly unique in the psychedelic and spiritual ecosystem, a living community centered on spiritual autonomy, trained peer support, and collective care. This space grows because each of us contributes to it. Like mycelium supporting the forest, your generosity helps sustain and nourish this community. Every gift strengthens the roots that allow this network to flourish. We would also like to take a moment to thank those who make this community space possible. If you feel called to contribute, you can visit Psanctuary.org and click the Give button anytime. Your support helps us continue creating spaces for learning, growth, and meaningful connection for everyone that gathers here. And I would just reiterate that our community does survive solely on donations. While we do have educational programs that are offered to our members, they are not enough to support this community's sustenance. So if you love this community, want to see it continue to grow and survive, then we would ask you to contribute when you can, what you can, at sanctuary.org. We're going to now take a 5-minute bio break before discussion begins. I'll play some music while I invite you to grab some water, stretch your legs, or if you feel like clicking that donate button and supporting our community, this is a good time to do so as well. I'll stop our screen share and give us a little music while we all take a little bit of a break before we come back for discussion.
You can keep the screen share going.
Oh yeah, I need to for the music, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, my friends. We're coming back together here. Let's see. Didn't actually mean to stop the screen share. 1 second here. Had to stop the live stream.